to be a how-to. I shoot my own photos inside of my DIY studio slash I will be showing you guys how I set up my studio as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so we're going to start with just the products that it came with. So this side is the, I guess, the stand that's going to be for the backdrop. And it just comes with these two tripod stands plus the pole that's in the middle, or that goes in the middle between the tripod stands. We have some clips for the paper. This was all one separate purchase, and it also includes two sandbag bags to weight down the tripods, and also a baggie to hold the tripods in. The second purchase was just this backdrop, which is like this cream color. It's kind of dark, but it's just like this cream. I wanted a backdrop that you can kind of use for like anything instead of like a bright colored one. So, and I didn't want white. I mean, I probably will get white eventually, but I just wanted to like do the cream so I can have like a different backdrop, because I'm usually always filming on a white backdrop anyway. So, and then the third purchase to complete this studio was the lighting setups. It comes with three tripods, the umbrellas, and these little white boxes. It are the spirally lights, and then this is what the lights will go into. These little fixture holder things, and also these items can be placed in a little baggie that comes with it. So here I have the backdrop. It's just kind of zoomed out. As far as the specs, I don't remember. Let me see. I want to say it was like 10 foot wide. I don't really know. I forgot. Okay guys, so here is what the front of me looks like. It has these two light fixture setups, and then I have my tripod, which also has a light on it as well. I turn it off because I'm trying to see which lighting I like better. I don't want me looking like too white, so I'm just trying to play around with the lightings to see which lighting suits me best. Also came with a third lighting setup, but I really didn't feel like setting that up right now because I don't really have too many outlets to work with in here. But I mean, the lighting is pretty much fine. I just like a little bit of warmth to me. I just don't like it too bright because it just like washes me out. But this is just the space that I'm working with inside of this home studio. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be taking my photos on my iPhone. And so I have an additional stand for that, and then I also got this wonderful tool from Amazon. So it's like a Bluetooth clicker, so it takes my pictures for me. For example, it's definitely a useful tool if you are the type to take a bunch of pictures. Like my family, they absolutely hate taking photos of me because I need to have a plethora of pictures to choose from, and I'm very picky with my pictures. So this tool was the best thing I could have ever invested in, so I can just take my photos by myself. So this tripod I have is more so with a travel tripod versus my, I guess, standard tripod that I use for my camera. So this is very lightweight. You can just take it, put it in your purse, on the go. It extends to about 6 feet. Tripod came with a clicker, and then it's this little attachment piece that you can kind of like switch your phone. So you can kind of switch your phone from widescreen to portrait mode, which is a good thing, and it tightens in the back. so you can keep it like stabilized. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into my photo taking process, and I will just kind of have you guys on the side so you can like see how I do everything. Okay, so we're just gonna get started with the editing process. So normally what I do first is I go through all of the photos of the hundreds of photos and decide which ones I think that is gonna be suitable. So I'm gonna have the screen record up on whichever side so you guys can follow along with what I'm doing. I go through and favorite everything. So here I have all of my favorited ones that I took from the shoot. Again, it's still a lot, and I actually still narrowed it down even further from these photos for which ones that I think are gonna be best and that I'm gonna post to Instagram. So the one that I'm going to go ahead and edit for the purpose of this video today is, let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and with this one. So yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so normally what I do first is I first go through with the iPhone editing tool features, and I adjust the lighting. So normally I just go through each feature to see which lighting suits the photo best, or which lighting is gonna get me back to like my normal color, because in this photo it's pretty dark. It's a little bit darker and it's not like my normal flesh tone. So for the purpose of this photo, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the auto to lighten it up, and it kind of just does an automatic setting for each of the different setting lighting features on here. So normally which feature I know I adjust the most is gonna be the saturation, the vibrance, and the warmth, to kind of get me back to my brown skin tone color. So I'm just gonna like up the saturation just a little bit. The vibrance is just so you can have color. These colors are actually gonna pop. The vibrance setting is really better for, I guess, outside setting, outside setting, because you can definitely, like with the vibrance, lighten like the sky background or like the trees if the lighting's dull. So that's really what this is good for. Or just like I guess this is good too because I have on vibrant colors, so this makes the colors pop as well. But I'm not gonna go too high with the vibrant. And the saturation, I don't want the photo too yellow, so I'm not gonna, because I'm going to be putting another edit over this, so I kind of don't want the photo too yellow or too warmthy. Normally if I wasn't putting an additional filter on this photo, I would definitely up the warmth so that it can just kind of look like just a natural photo. But I'm just gonna leave the warmth to 0 for now. And also too, what setting I like to go back with is the contrast, to just make, I don't know really how to say it, but you can kind of see how the difference in lighting, it's just making it a little bit lighter. And then too, I just literally would go normally, because I already know like the settings I used for my photos, but normally I would just go through and just play around with each of the lightings. But for this purpose, like I don't really need like the shadow feature, so I'm just kind of gonna leave it to where it is. And then yeah, we already did contrast. Brightness, the lighting is pretty bright for me already. the brilliance. It's definitely good if you have like a dark photo. You kind of like brighten it up, but where it was before, it's pretty fine. The brilliance and exposure is the photo wasn't that dark, so I'm gonna just kind of leave it to where it is. So after I get my lighting features together, I'll click done so I can save the photo. And next, okay, so after I'm done playing around with the lightings, I'm just gonna go ahead, go to, okay, this app, Airbrush, is probably the best app ever invented. I would definitely describe it as a more user-friendly Photoshop than actually having to download Photoshop. It's definitely just way easier to just like navigate, because I remember I had to do like Photoshop classes and I absolutely hated it. Like, it's just so frustrating. It's too many tools. Like, I just don't have time for all of that. So this is I feel like this is a way more simplified version of Photoshop. So I go ahead and with this app, and then I go and find the photo I was working on, which was this photo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and with this magic tool, and it kind of it just smooths out like your face and stuff. It just smooths out all the blemishes that the app notices like with the photo. So that's kind of just like what I do as an easy fix for the photo. So what else I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead with the eraser tool and kind of just I'm gonna go to tools and go to eraser and just kind of get like these little flyaways. I mean, you really can't see them from that far away, but I'm just, I don't know, I guess a stickler. And it's like when I notice something, like I feel like I notice things that other people wouldn't notice with my photo. So yeah, I'm just like a real stickler. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and erase these flyaways. I mean, it's not, really can't see that much. Just like little things. You just play around with the app, see, I mean, it really has a lot of features that kind of just makes the photo look, I guess, better, or it just gets rid of unwanted things that you don't want in your photo. So see here, I mean, it's not that big of a thing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just erase that, but just so you guys can see like what this app like really can do. So yeah, like small things like that, but you know, see, like I keep noticing stuff. Wait, 'cause I did too much. Okay, all right. So I just go ahead, once I'm done with this app, let's just go ahead and save that. So for the purpose of this photo, next we're gonna go ahead and with the Visco app. So I really wasn't a big fan of Visco because before I wouldn't really put filters on my photos, but now I'm just trying to like I guess just play around with like new ideas and stuff with my photos, and just instead of like having the same, you know, type of photo each time. But normally beforehand, like I wouldn't put filters on my photos, and I would like try for years. Like I would try like use this app, but I just really wouldn't find like filters like that I liked, because I guess because I was just in that phase of just not wanting filters on my pictures. But now that I'm like open to like trying out like different things, now I find like actually good filters that I want to use. So a lot of like people, like I guess influencers or whatever, they definitely use this app. So they have a plethora of like different edits, well, what do they call it, presets to choose from. All right, so then it will drag it into the VSCO app, and now you just select the photo again and you click edit. So I kind of have my, well, I've been choosing my like favorites that I play around with on this app. So a good thing about this is that you can save your favorites. If you click favorites, you can save those into the favorites section, and you can do that by, for example, I mean, obviously I'm not going to use this, but you just hold the preset down and then this little star thing pops up, and then you can just hover over it and pick it, and then it'll save it for you. So for this particular photo, for the one I know I'm going to use, or the one I know I use for the ones I'm actually going to post, it was the U3. And so usually what I like to do, I don't like to keep it on the highest because I kind of wanted like a subtle type of like filter on it, not just so like, I guess, harshly on the picture. So usually I'll bring it down to about, I think from my other pictures I did the 7, but usually I just do the sliding scale to see like what I like. So see, if I like go down to the lesser side, you really won't see the filter, so I just bring it up to, I think this is pretty subtle enough. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do 6. All right, I'll do 6, and then I'll save it. So I click the check mark, and then what I also like to do is go to the grain. I like the grainy effect now, and then I'll just probably add about, I usually do like 2.3, so like 2.3, 2.2, just a subtle, I like a subtle hint of it, not like too much. So yeah, click the check mark, and then I'll click next, and then you hit it has the save to camera roll, and you just save it, and then it will, going back to my photos, and then it will save it to my photos, and there you have it. That's the edited version. So yeah, it's pretty simple, straightforward to navigate and get used to. There's so many apps that you can like download these like little filters too, and I'm still trying to like learn new apps to like continue to play around with. But sometimes with like doing this, it like gets tiring because it's just like, oh, sometimes I want to just post a picture. But I mean, like I said, I'm trying to like revamp my Instagram, so that's why I kind of just wanted to show like the different editing methods that I do and that I have learned thus far for you guys, if you kind of want to try them out for yourself, and if you want to also rebuild your Instagram. Okay, so I just wanted to go back and review what I thought about the studio setup from Amazon. So I will say that I think that I need to go back and look for a longer backdrop, simply because when I was shooting my photos, I had to put my camera, or well, I had to zoom my camera lens up closer so that you couldn't see like the actual backdrop itself in the background. But I mean, I would prefer not to do that, so I definitely need to get a longer width. Also too, with the lighting setup, I think that for me, I would just prefer natural lighting versus the electrical lighting, only because I just felt like with the electrical lighting, it was kind of like whitewashing me out. Like, I just like to have a natural looking like sun-kissed color to me, and like with that lighting, I just feel like it wasn't doing that, or I felt like it really just, it made a little difference, but it just didn't appear to me like a real like professional like lighting setup. Well, it just didn't appear the lighting was like actually doing what it was meant for. It was just kind of like a subtle lighting. So maybe I need to add that third tripod in. I mean that third lighting fixture in, because I only did just use 2 of them. So maybe if I add the third one in, it would have made a difference. But I think I just prefer to shoot in natural sunlight. But other than that, the setup of the studio was definitely beginner friendly. I didn't need to use any of the instructions, which I thought was a good thing. So like I said before, I definitely will leave all this the links to these items down in the description box, so definitely check that out if you're interested in purchasing any of the items that I talked about earlier. And yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave this video off here. Definitely do not forget to hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to like and comment on this video, and I will be seeing you guys in my next one.